Hello everyone, today is Thursday, October 24th. It's about 6:05 p.m. Eastern Time. It's about noon my time, and I have another fantastic live trading video from Trader Jim. Just a fantastic performance today. Please watch the whole video. Before I get into Jim's video, I just want to say I want to leave it up to you to form your own opinions about the auto trader and what it can do. But I want to talk about how Jim arrives at his levels. Now, Jim's methods and my methods may be totally different, but we essentially agree on the same thing, and that is where price has levels of support and resistance. I also want to show the numbers that Jim talks about in his video and kind of shed some light on why those numbers are relevant. Okay, so I'm using a 5-minute chart as a reference, and this is the same 5-minute chart that I've been showing. This is the night session of the 18th, and these lines that I've drawn on the chart have been there for days. And the reason I brought over this night session of the 18th is because this 2016 level right here was the low of the night session, and you can see it right here. And it was also kind of near the low of the previous section, which was more like 21, but it was the high of the value area for a previous day. And then we got this high volume node here, which is, I think it's right here. So this high volume node from the 17th right here, this is 79.44, and you can see I drew the blue line after this session. I started drawing it here, and remember a few videos ago I talked about the divergence of our trend indicator of our precision oscillator, and I drew a nice divergence here, and I drew these lines days ago. Well, I think Jim has been talking about this 44 area for quite some time. Anyway, that was in play, and then on up to 64, and that was drawn in right here, this red line. That happens to be the high of the 21st in that area. So fast forward to today's chart. The red lines here, these are the three levels that Jim said were really important, and of course that turned out to be the low of today, and that was definitely a high volume node from last night's session. So certainly, and then of course this the lows of the night session here were at that 16 level. Okay, let's take a look at Trader Jim's video for today.
October 24th, about 20 minutes before market open. I don't have to go anywhere today, and I am very happy about that. So yesterday there was no trading. I came home kind of late, and then the market was slow, not going anywhere, so I just decided not to trade. There was nothing to trade. It was just so slow. Of course, toward the end, it exploded to the upside. So that's really what I was watching. So they closed at that very crucial number of 79.16. If you've been watching my videos over the past couple of weeks, that 79.16 kept popping up. For today now, because they closed above 79.16, the next move would have been to 79.44. Again, this is a number you've heard me say quite a few times. From there, it's 54 and then 67. So for this morning, what am I looking for? So I would expect normally they would try and retest that 79.16 area simply because it is so important. If they firm up on that, then again they would go to 44, 54, and 67 if they're strong enough. From 67, well, there was no reason to talk about that yet, but then again, that 8,012 kind of goes into the picture. But anyway, I might, and it depends on what's going on, I might wait and actually try and take a short to the 79.16 only if 44 fails. And then I'll be looking for 79.16, kind of to get firmed up on 79.16 to see if we can then ride it back up to 44 and higher. Still some time left, so I'm gonna just pause the recording and wait for the open. I was watching how they would handle the 44, and now them failing at 44 simply means they're gonna go to 79.16. So I am gonna take a short toward that 16 area, assuming trade qualifies. Here's the short. So yeah, I'm not necessarily bearish, but just my work on levels tells me that failure at 44 brings about that support area at 79.16, which is so important. Now, if they break 79.16, well, then we're going to go below 7,900 and test numbers such as 78.80, 78.60, possibly even lower. This is a $500 stop and target for the day, 2 contracts. All right, so they continue to sell off. Look at that, came within a tick of my target. Yeah, but I just don't see them avoiding 16 at this point. Here is first target, and they're gonna go to 16. I am gonna trail it now, because like I said, overall, I am really not bearish at this point. Testing 16 is not necessarily bearish at this point. It's just that the reason I chose the shorts is because that failure at 44. Now they could bounce here, so I'm going to tighten up a little. Because, I mean, if they're strong, they won't really get to 16. They might stop at 22. 22 was a number from, I think, last week, if you remember, or earlier this week. Again, 22 is not a major number, not like 16. So, let's see if they'll give me 16. Coming down. Let's tighten up some more. Here is daily target. Very nice. Okay, great way to start. And actually, I'm going to put on a different account now. Now that they reached 16, they might actually go back up. So let me quickly switch accounts. Before I switch accounts, sometimes things get hectic and I forget to show everything. Okay. All right, guys, give me 1 minute. Okay, so I switched quickly, and now I'm looking for longs. Only if a trade qualifies, 16 is an important number. They went as low as 16.75. That satisfies the 16, no question. As I always say, it's the zones, never to the tick. So let me just show this. Same exact template. I just switched accounts with a $500 stop and target, 2 contracts. Let's see. So the only way this trade will, long will qualify is if we got blue bars trading above the step MA and step MA is sloping up. And then looking then to catch a ride all the way back to 44. And here's the long, so let's see if it works out. I think that first target at 34 should not be an issue as long as we stay solid above 16. All right, first target, very nice. Very nice. So on the way to 44, just in case they decide not to do 44 and instead go down. But at this point, looked like, at least right now, we firmed up on a 16. And as I said, firming up on 16 leads to 44. Okay, so that's a shame, but what do I do now? Do I interpret this as a failure to get to 44, which is very bearish? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna hold off. Okay, a bit confused, so when I'm confused, I'm just stepping back here. My thinking is we should have gotten to 44, and of course they can still do it, but if they cannot do 44, then it's another attempt at 16. And this other attempt at 16 now becomes bearish, which means they could break 16. Let me see how they handle this 22. I'll tell you, I don't like this. Not nearly as bullish as I was earlier. This is one of those situations that it could go either way. I'm clicking both. Because if they cannot reach 44, it becomes bearish. Because the next attempt at 16 could just break it. $250 away from daily target on this account. Well, the auto trader chooses the long side, and I trust the auto trader. As far as market structure, it really could go either way. So it's just a matter of how the auto trader will interpret this price action, and it interpreted so far as bullish. Based on the rules of the template. And there it is. There it is, daily target. Beautiful. Wow, I'll tell you. Was confused, wasn't sure what to do. Let the auto trader pick the direction, and it picked it perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. Minimal heat, just a little bit. Boom, target hit. Just wow. Wow, I mean, I don't know. When you look overall at today's price action, especially on the larger time frame, this is, again, not really a trending market. And yet, two accounts hit their targets. Absolutely amazing. And I cannot even take the credit for this second part of this trade, because I did not know. I was just confused. And when I get confused, I just let the auto trader pick. It's just pick. And it picked. So for this second account, here was the beginning, right about 10:06. Blue bars, step MA sloping up, two contracts long. First target hit, pretty much almost at the top. Then stopped out on a trail. Then I got confused, let the auto trader pick the direction, picked long, beautiful, done. All right, well, still early. My trade account number 3. Let me load it up and just wait for an opportunity. All right, so account number 3, and here I am taking a short. Why in the world am I taking a short if we have been going higher? Didn't I expect the market to go up after 79.16? So it's important to put the market in perspective. When you look over what has been going on, we have been trading in a range. So it's important for us to adjust to what the market is doing, because the market is not going to adjust to us. To be successful, we must adjust to the market. So after breaking 44, there was that short toward the 16 area from the up on 16, and then there was a long back toward the 44. At that point, after 44, I would not take a short until 67 was reached. 67 is another important number that I've been talking about. So we tested 67 and went quite a bit higher, up to 75. But at this point, a failure of 67 would bring lower prices to at least 44 and then possibly all the way down to 16, which is why I took this short. This same exact template, same exact thing I've been doing. $500 stop and target, 2 contracts. This is account number 3. We have 57, which is a great first target before the 54. The 54 might act as support, at least temporarily, so I'm glad that the first target is before 54. And then probably would hit my daily target around 52 or so, 53. So I'm going to put the recording on pause and let the trade develop. Well, here was that sharp move lower, and I got filled. Look at that. That's a bizarre fill. Wow, there was this really quick move. I don't know what happened there, but very quick, sharp move down. And hit first target. They're trying to recover now. That was strange. So took that short upon red bars and a sloping down step MA, then kind of wait sideways for a few minutes and then just boom. So now again, it's lots of price action within just a few seconds. 11:51 all the way up to here. Yeah, expecting 44 at the very least. All right, so got stopped out on the second half. They really shot it higher. I'm going to stay on shorts, actually. I still think we could have a failure. Okay, well, so taking another short. Looked like they stopped me right to the tick. Look at that. My stop was right at the high. Frustrating, but it's okay. You know what? That's all right. A new short, I still believe that failing at 67, it's 54 and then 44, so I'm sticking to it. It was a very unfortunate stop, but that's trading for you. So the new targets are here. And they're coming fast down now. Look at that. They just needed to stop me out first. And looks like a tick away from the target. I tell you, if it wasn't for the auto trader, I don't know what I would do. I mean, I'm laughing because he was first target. I'm laughing because the auto trader is doing all the work. If I had to handle all this myself, forget it. All right, so yeah, I mean, that's was a little freaky thing here. I mean, look at that. I mean, you can't make this up. They took me out to the tick. This was the high. That's okay. Back up and looking for the second target. At 50 should not be an issue at all. Come on, about 3 points away, I think, from hitting the daily target. They should not stop before at least 54, but they could go substantially lower. All right, this is silly. I'm going to protect myself a little bit. I don't want to take a loss again on the second half. No reason to. There we go. Now that's better. Okay. Count 3 complete. Okay, lunchtime. We'll take a lunch break. Let's just go over this trade real quick. So upon the break, it really wasn't a break of 67 yet. It was 67.75. But the point is, price action was coming down. Red bars, step MA sloping down, told me that the high is in. Auto trader takes a short. Quick profit, quick first target on this quick action down. As you can see by the time here, this all happened just within a few seconds. Very quick price action. And then stops me out on my second half to the tick. It's all right. Now, before the arbitrator, after taking a loss on second half, would I take an immediate short again? No way. Arbitrator does not hesitate. Another short. Everything qualifies. Red bars, step MA sloping down, another short. First target, second target, and done. Account number 3. $500, stop and target. All right, gonna load up account number 4, but you know what? Maybe take a break. I will load up the account, but no trading yet. Looks like they want to try and do the 44. So after testing 44, slightly below, coming up now, and I click longs, attempting higher again at this point. So it's just kind of a game between zones. So failing there with 67, down to 44, now above 44, hoping for 54 and higher. Account number 4. Same exact template. Nothing changed. All right, trying to climb up there. Close. Feel like I'm pushing my luck here. Let me just tighten up a little bit. Again, 54 is an important number. Unfortunately, that first target is right above that 54. I would like it better if it was slightly below 54. Tightening up some more. This is account number 4 now, and I don't know how much I can push it. Because failing at 54 is going to bring them lower anyway. Maybe it's better if I close one. Let me close one. Different strategy real quick, and then bring this one down lower. This way I give it some room. So what I've done basically is I manually exited position 1. Which means that first contract was covered. And now in the remaining half, on the second contract, I just lowered my stop this way I give it some room, because if they're going to fail at 54, it's not good anyway. Because I got out a bit early on that first half, of course, I need to go slightly higher to reach my daily target on this one, but that's okay. I mean, I think I had a legitimate reason for just wanting to be safe. At this point, I really think they should do 67. Close, close, come on. Not gonna give them back much. If they can't reach it, I'm out. And definitely will not be taking a long into resistance. So if I'm out here, I'll just wait. There might be another write down, who knows? All right, so I am out about $100 short of the daily target for this fourth account. So you know what? No hurry. I'm gonna wait. Definitely, I'm not gonna take a long right into that resistance area. No way. So actually, believe it or not, if we fail here at 67, guess where we're going? It's going to be back to 44 and lower. So this is really an interesting day. Well, okay, here is the short and same exact idea, right? Breaking below 67. If they are unable to remain above 67, that 54 and 44 is out there, and all I need is $100 on two contracts. So no hesitation on this trade whatsoever. It's a perfect location and execution by the auto trader. And I think it's just a matter of minutes before the target is hit. And done. And done. Number 4 is done. You know what? This is just ridiculous. This is truly ridiculous. Wow. So what happened here? So I took this long, right? Which was a great long. First target, and then got stopped on the trail. Actually, this wasn't a target. I kind of closed the position manually here. If I remember right, I think I did, right? And then out on the trail here. And then again, look at the higher time frame, and you're going to see hitting its head against this number. If it cannot pass through this number, it will fail. Now, the important thing to do, though, is to confirm that indeed this number is going to be resistance and price won't just keep going. So the auto trader confirms beautifully, takes a short, and completed the rest of the account. Actually, I wish I had a higher target on this account, daily target, because I think we might just fail here now. Wow, what an amazing day. This was great. This was great. You know, after a tough week, this was really a good day. So time and sales and computer clock and the account. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.